Warm greetings. This is Chandralekha. I'm going to handle about accident indices. So the content is accident indices. You have in the content that frequency rate, severity rate, incident rate, safety T-score, and these indices they are adhering to the Indian standard. And you may ask what is the reason or for what reason we are calculating these accident indices. This accident indices, it is used to measure the safety performance of an industry. So these can be used while awarding safety award for the particular industry. And at the end of this session, the learner will be able to calculate accident indices as per the Indian standard. And the second one is the learner will be able to analyze the safety performance of the industry using accident indices. So first we'll see about what is accident indices. So this accident indices, it comprises of frequency rate, severity rate and frequency severity incidence, where these indices helps one to measure the safety performance of a particular industry. Using this, you can present a comparative chart of the accident rate at your industry. And National Safety Council, this picks one for the safety award using this accident indices. First, we'll see what is frequency rate. So frequency rate, it is like how frequent the accident has happened, or what are the number of reportable accidents that occur in an industry per year. So here, frequency rate can be calculated by the formula as given by the IS. So it is number of reportable lost time injury into 10 to the power of 6 divided by the total man hours worked. And what about severity rate? Severity rate, it can be calculated by the man days lost due to the reportable lost time injury into 10 to the power of 6 divided by the man hours worked. And whereas the incidence rate can be calculated by number of reportable lost time injuries into 1000 divided by average number of persons employed. So we'll see an example for this frequency rate, severity rate and the incidence rate. An undertaking with 500 workers working 50 weeks of 48 hours each had 60 accidents during 1 year. The number of days lost due to 60 accidents was 1200. Calculate frequency, severity and incidence rate. So the given data is employee, it is 500 workers, and the man hours worked is 50 weeks and 48 hours. So man hours worked can be calculated by multiplying 500 into 50 into 48 hours. And the total reportable accident is 60 during this year. And the number of days lost due to 60 accident was 1200. So the severity rate or the man days lost due to the 60 accident is 1200. So our question is how to calculate frequency rate, severity rate and incident rate using the given data. So the given, as we have discussed earlier, number of workers is 500, man hours worked, it is 500 into 50 into 48, that is 12 lakhs, and lost time accident it is 60, and man days lost it is 1200. So before calculating this frequency rate, we'll just recap what is the formula for frequency rate. So frequency rate, it is calculated by number of reportable lost time injury into 10 to the power of 6 divided by man hours worked. So now applying this in this sum, so it is number of lost time accident, it is 60 here, so we have substituted here, and that into 10 to the power of 6 divided by man hours worked, already we have calculated here, it is 500 into 50 into 48. 500 is nothing but number of workers, 50 is number of weeks, and hours is 48 hours per week. Okay, so the answer here we are just substituting that into the man hours work. The answer is 50. So frequency rate for this particular solution is 50. Next we are going to calculate severity rate. So before going to calculate the severity rate, we will just recap the formula of the severity rate. Severity rate can be calculated by man days lost due to reportable lost time injury, that into 10 to the power of 6 divided by the man hours worked. So now substituting this in this problem, So the man days loss that is given is 1200. So 1200 into 10 to the power of 6 divided by the total man hours worked. Already we have calculated that man hours here. So by substituting we are getting an answer of 1000. So frequency rate is 50 and the severity rate is 1000. The same we have to calculate in the incidence rate also. So incident rate, it is given as number of reportable lost time injuries into 1000 divided by average number of persons employed. So what we have to do is number of reportable lost time injuries, here it is 60, that into 1000 divided by average number of persons employed. So we have to multiply 60 into 1000, that is divided by average number of persons employed, it is 500, so it is giving 120. So incident rate for this particular sum is 120. So now we are going to calculate safety T-score. Okay. So this safety T-score they are using as the main criteria for assessing the safety performance of an individual industry. So the formula of safety T-score is frequency rate now minus frequency rate past divided by square root of frequency rate past divided by million man hours worked now. So we have certain criteria or consideration for assessing or measuring the safety T-score. The safety T-score is a dimensionless number. A positive safety T-score indicates a worsening record, whereas a negative safety T-score indicates an improved record over the past. We'll see that. So safety T-score can be interpreted as follows. If the number is between +2 and -2, the change is not significantly different. If the number is more than +2, the record is worse than past, as mentioned earlier in the previous slide. So it is if it is a positive safety T-score, it is a worsening record, and if it is a negative, it is a improved record over the past. So here you can see that if the number is more than +2, the record is worse than past, and if the number is below -2, the record is better than past. Next, safety performance. So after calculating all these indices, it is easy to assess the safety performance. So we have to initially calculate the frequency rate, severity rate, incidence rate and safety T-score to assess a safety performance of an individual industry. So one thing is, frequency rate alone cannot give a safety performance of an industry. Maybe the frequency of accidents may be more, but the severity may be less. And severity alone cannot give a safety performance of an individual industry. So you have to assess both frequency rate and severity rate, and finally you have to assess the incidence rate also. So incident rate, it gives the clear cut value of the accidents whatever it has happened. Next is, while assessing this safety performance, you have to assess the attitude of the worker also. Apart from this accident indices, you have one more criteria, that you have to assess the behavior of the workers, and also you have to assess whether the company is adhering with the policy or not. So every company, they have committed to a policy. They will be having some sort of vision, mission and safety policy. Some companies, they will be having safety, health and environment policy, SHE policy they will call. So there they would have committed, like what is the intention of the company, whether they have committed the safety in what means, either by producing, minimizing accident or zero accident, like that. So after that, they would have after giving the commitment or intention, they would have given the roles and responsibilities, who has to follow and who is responsible for that particular safety performance. And third one is, they would have given the methods or means to achieve that thing, so whatever they have committed. Okay. So likewise, the safety performance, they can be measured using indices, an individual attitude or behavior, and then and the safety policy or the safety procedures, safe practices, whatever they are following. So next is Indian standards. So these indices, whatever we have seen so far, the frequency rate, severity rate, incident rate, and the safety T-score, and the performance and other things, this, it is given in Indian standard 3786, framed in the year 1983. This standard not only gives the frequency rate, severity rate, incidence rate, frequency, severity, incidence score, safety T-score. Not only that, this also gives the types of disabilities or types of lost time injuries for an individual. Either it is a total disablement or else a partial disablement. So these indices, they are very useful in analyzing a safety performance of an industry. And I have taken the reference from the lawresource.org where the BIA standard is given in a PDF format. Thank you.